Here are the top 10 amazing quirks in My Hero Academia universe. Number 10. Himiko Toga. Transformation. It can be used specially in stealth operations like spying and investigations. Himiko is a very cheerful girl to the point of smiling even after having presumably eliminated someone, displaying sadistic tendencies. Himiko's quirk grants her the ability to transform into a physical lookalike of another individual. As well as to copy their voice, she can only transform into people whose blood she has ingested. The more blood she drinks, the longer she can access to that person's form. For example, 1 cup of blood lets her transform for a total of 18 hours. She can switch between the appearances of multiple people if she drinks the blood of more than one person. She can even duplicate a person's clothing, though her own clothes would overlap the transformation, requiring her to remove beforehand. During her fight with Curious and her soldiers, Himiko's quirk underwent an awakening, giving her the ability to use the quirks of the people into whom she's transformed, something that she has previously incapable of doing. Number 9. Kirishima. Hardening. Kirishima's quirk gives him the power to harden and sharpen any or all parts of his body, causing his flesh to become jagged and rock-like. There's a limit to how much damage his hardened body can withstand, which causes the hardening itself to slowly dissipate, and Kirishima to lose stamina from struggling to keep his quirk active. However, when he battled Kandorappa, Kirishima displayed the ability to refortify his hardened body, calling it unbreakable. Number 8. Dabi. Cremation. Having been trained by his father, Endeavor, at a young age, and undergoing self-training, Dabi has proven to be a powerful villain. Possessing good judgment, Dabi is a very keen individual, observant of everything around him, whether he's reading someone's intentions or weaknesses. Dabi's quirk grants him the ability to generate highly destructive blue flames from his body. He has well-developed control of his flames and can project them a fair distance from himself and in large amounts. Furthermore, his flames possess greater firepower than that of his father, Endeavor's Hell Flame quirk, and they become even stronger when Dabi feels strong emotions. Number 7. Bakugou. Explosion. Bakugou has proven to be one of the strongest students in Class 1A, earning the 3rd place in a quirk apprehension test, when placing first in both the UA entrance exam, having the most villain points, and the UA Sports Festival. Bakugou's quirk allows him to secrete nitroglycerin-like sweat from the palms of his hand and ignite it on command, allowing him to create strong explosions. The more Bakugou sweats, the stronger his explosions become. If Bakugou overuses his power, his forearms will start to ache. Number 6. Lady Nagant. Rifle. Kaina's quirk allows her to extend a rifle from her right elbow. She can extend a tendril from her rifle that she can curl up to form a scope. She can also create various types of bullets, such as hollow point bullets and curving bullets, from her hair by twisting and molding her bicolored locks like epoxy putty and hardening it to be as strong as any ammo. The range of her rifle fire is 3 kilometers. Number 5. Kaishisaki Overhaul. Prior to his dismemberment, Kai was an incredibly powerful villain that garnered the attention of All for One, the most powerful villain in Japan. He is a very dangerous individual due to his quirk, Overhaul, the handling he has on it, and his own lack of remorse. While in the battle, Kai focuses on quickly disassembling his targets to eliminate them, or reshaping the terrain around him into a barrage of spikes to attack his opponents. He reshapes the ground to maneuver himself around the area, as well as counter incoming attacks. The ability to instantly rearrange his vicinity grants Kai multiple methods of dealing with his opponents, making him a massive threat from all ranges. Number 4. Deku. One for All. Izuku is a very timid, reserved, and polite boy, frequently overreacting to abnormal situations with exaggerated expressions. Izuku's greatest asset was his vast knowledge of fundamental hero skills and tactics. Izuku studied pro heroes for years and is able to apply that knowledge during crisis situations in a practical manner. Izuku's quirk allows him to stockpile an enormous amount of raw power, allowing him to significantly enhance all of his physical abilities to a superhuman level. This results in an unbelievable levels of strength, speed, stamina, agility, and durability. Number 3. Giganto Makia. He is a villain associated with the League of Villains. He is one of All for One's faithful servants and his former bodyguard. Giganto Makia appears to be a polite person at first, but will quickly become impatient and aggressive towards those that are uncooperative with him. If someone manages to help him out though, he will simply leave and avoid confrontation. About his quirk, according to Kyudai Garaki, Giganto Makia has been modified with several quirks that allows him to act as the perfect bodyguard. These quirks include Endurance, Pain Blocker, Gigantification, Dog, Energy Saver, Fierce Gains, and lastly, Mole. Number 2. All for One. He is the former leader and benefactor of the League of Villains, once Japan's most powerful villain and All Might's arch nemesis. His full identity is unknown. All for One is Japan's second most powerful villain previously, the first before losing the title to Tomura. Thanks to the Life Force quirk, All for One is virtually immortal and has been active since the emergence of quirks. He has collected numerous quirks with an extensive range of applications and can combine them as he pleases. This, alongside with his ability to steal any quirks from his opponents, makes All for One nigh impossible to defeat. And number 1. Tomura Shigaraki, Decay. He is the leader of the League of Villains after his master, All for One's defeat and arrest. Like the rest of the League, his goal is to eliminate All Might, the symbol of peace, thus destroying the society he represents, and to create a new one with a new form of justice in his own image. Later on, Tomura changed his goal to instead destroy society altogether rather than to reshape it. He soon merged his organization and the Meta Liberation Army to form the Paranormal Liberation Front, becoming its Grand Commander and later inheriting All for One's quirk. He is currently fighting for control over his body against All for One, while his former master waits until the said body is complete. Tomura's quirk allows him to disintegrate whatever he touches with all 5 fingers. It will take effect whether the target is organic or not. The disintegration spreads quickly and will spread through the victim's whole body if they don't amputate the decaying body part. His quirk can even spread beyond what he's touching, allowing him to disintegrate large groups of enemies instantly. During his battle against Reed Destro, Tomura's quirk underwent what Rikiya describes as reawakening that bolsters the effectiveness and reach of Decay, allowing him to not only wither away his targets without needing all 5 fingers. Another example is when a number of people he never made physical contact with were disintegrated, and again when nearly all of Deika City and everything in it was reduced to dust in one go using his one good hand.